It looks like it's about to rain, which is very typical down here in the Sunshine State. I gotta tell you, pretty crazy. It's really hot and then it rains. Really hot and it rains. It's just typical and it happens all the time. Look at that truck. Nice. Oh, another truck. Really nice. They must be buddies. They must be buddies. Anyways, welcome back to the channel. I hope all you guys are doing fantastic. Check it out. If this is your first time, make sure you subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I post videos. I love doing vlogs and I've been having a great time here in this channel. And I definitely appreciate all you guys that are watching me. So, you guys know everything is going crazy. Literally, everything is going crazy. And as you know, things happen here in the United States, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. All you have to do is watch the news. I was thinking about a couple things, right? And really not something that I have never said in the past. I probably made these statements. I don't know if I said it in my main channel or not, but nevertheless, I wanted to talk about it here for a little bit. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. So there's three main issues that I see with this new generation, or maybe three things that bug me. I really don't know what I'm going to call this video, but, or essentially how I'm going to call it finally when I'm done editing and all that stuff. But again, three things that are bugging me. There we go. Three things that are bugging me about this new generation. And I want to talk about that, all three here in the channel. But the first two kind of relate to each other. And the first one is going to be simple, a sense of entitlement. And I'm really surprised that a lot of times people are entitled to so many things, right? And I don't know what it is when it comes to me. Maybe because I was raised poor, like really poor. We didn't really have much, right? And I've said many times that the first time that I actually had a room where I slept in, it was when I had my own apartment. I was already in the Marine Corps. I was 21 years old. And again, I had an apartment, right? So I never had a room, never had, you know, an abundance or anything, really not. You know, I remember at the age of 14 or 15 already working in New York, throwing papers in the street to make a living, right? Not so much because my mom wanted to teach me responsibilities or anything like that. It was, you know, frankly, because we were poor. We didn't have money, and anything that I did, any work that I did that allowed me to buy stuff, it helped my mom, right? If I'm buying myself clothes, that means that my mom doesn't have to buy me clothes, right? That kind of makes sense. Fellow riders coming through. So again, you know, if you were born in a family that was able to provide for you, that's amazing. You know, I do the same thing for my children. I tend to believe that my children have a pretty decent life, and it comes pretty much to my hard work that I do, my wife's hard work, and things like that. It doesn't really come for free. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But again, you know, it feels like people have a sense of entitlement. Like you are entitled to something and you're really not. And when it comes down to that new generation, I see that a lot, where people think, well, the government should do me this, or the government should give me that, or why does the government doesn't do this to me? And I keep thinking to myself, man, why don't you do something about it? Really, if you want to buy a better car, buy yourself a better car. Work, educate yourself, get yourself a really nice job, you know, work really hard, join the service like I did, you know, work hard to get a retirement. I mean, just work hard, man, and get the stuff that you want. Don't be expecting that the government is going to give you stuff. You know, that sense of entitlement, to me, is really a killer, and it stops a lot of people from essentially the full potential. You know, they could go to work, they could educate themselves, they could get nice jobs, they could work really hard in a job and essentially have a good life, but instead they're just waiting on the government because they think that they're entitled to something. It makes no sense to me. And again, you know, there may be a chance, or there may be a moment in life that you are entitled to some benefits and things like that. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is people that are just expecting something all the time, right? Not like you're going through a hard time in your life and you need to get some help from the government during that period, right? To get back in your feet. You know, right now we had all this going on. People are getting unemployment. Obviously, you work hard, you earn some of that stuff, get your unemployment, get back in your feet. I'm talking about the people that are constantly expecting something, right? They feel like something has to be given to you. And again, with that sense of entitlement, I'm talking about free stuff. You know, it feels like everybody wants something for free, right? Everybody wants something given to them. And to me, that's just mind-blowing, man. Really mind-blowing. Like the sense of working hard is like taking away or something. You know, I tell my kids all the time, you know, the good Lord is going to bless you, or the good Lord bless you with that body, with those hands, with those legs. Do something about it, right? Work hard. Get good grades. You know, learn a skill. Maybe sometimes, you know, some people don't want to go to college and stuff like that. Got it. You know, learn a skill. You know, mechanics make good money. Truck drivers make good money. You know, there's so many skills out there that doesn't require you to have a college degree or anything like that, right? You could just simply make a lot of money by essentially learning a good skill, maybe getting a certification on a specific thing. Again, the possibilities are endless, and it's crazy because as people talk about what's going on right now, I'm like, dude, there are so many jobs, literally so many jobs that will grab you, that will give you great benefits. I'm talking like fantastic benefits. I'm talking about medical. I'm talking about retirement. I'm talking about a lot of stuff. I mean, in my line of work, well, lately we've been looking for people just because, you know, it is what it is. We need people, right? And again, it's not the best job in the entire planet, but it's a pretty decent job that will give you pretty decent benefits, right? So again, people are like in this entitlement and in this sense of I want everything for free, that to me is literally mind-blowing. We need to change that. And it's going to take me to my last point. The old generation not teaching the young generation. I have said this so many times that is ridiculous. Just ridiculous. I have said this so many times because you see guys like me, right, that are just talking about this, or in some cases criticizing people. But about this, we need to spend the time to educate some of our children so they could do better, right? So they could do better for our society, to, you know, to give our children advice so they get that advice and they could do things with their life, right? Hey, check it out. There's a little restaurant back here, kind of gonna ride by. I think it's called Hijacker. If you're ever in Palm Coast, come and check it out. And the cool thing about it is that it has like a playground in the back. So you could be eating and your kids could be playing in the playground. Really, really cool. Also, there's like a, I guess an airport right here. So that's pretty cool. I guess if you have a little airplane or something, you know, not a little, a small airplane, you could come down here and you could fly around and stuff like that. But anyways, I guess it's closed, maybe. Yeah, it looks like it's closed. Anyway, really cool place. If you're ever in Palm Coast, come and check out that place right there. Just wanted to show it to you guys. All right, so like I was saying, you know, the old generation is out there. I get it that sometimes the new generation doesn't want to hear. The new generation doesn't want to get advice. But it's up to us to give them some advice. It's up to us to teach them. It's up to us to pass all the stuff that we have learned. You know, we learned so many things that it's just a waste if we're not sharing that. My son told me the other day, which I thought was kind of cool, right? Not the other day, a couple of weeks ago, but he was like, Dad, you're so wise. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, every single time I ask you a question, you have an answer for it. And I was kind of like, well, you know, I'm older than you and I have experienced a lot of things, right? But again, you know, it comes back that we have a lot of information that could potentially help the younger generation. So it's up to us to share that to them so we could set them up for success and not set them up for failure. Anyways, what do you guys think? Put comments down below. And as always, God is in control.